You want to switch places?
I got it.
Okay, yeah, all right. You can go. Ah. So today is departure day for 6 of our piglets, 6 of the 14. So it's kind of a bittersweet situation, but anxious to see how these piglets thrive on these other farms. So let me show you what we got. So if you've been following the videos lately, you know that the 14 piglets are tucked away nicely in our farrowing barn, which we're using just the left half as a weaning paddock. And they've been in there for a week. You can see the 2 mamas right here. Merida's on the left, but the 2 black mamas there, they are starting to dry up real nicely. Let's zoom in a little bit here and keep it steady enough. So you can see the teats have reduced, drying up well. I could probably let the piglets out now and they'd be okay, but there's no sense in taking a chance on that and getting them started back up with lactating, so we're going to leave them in another week. So you can see by this camera angle, the piglets are up here, and down here where our gravel is really where I consider the stopping point for street vehicles. People that are coming in their trucks, my truck, I don't take it beyond here. It's side-by-side and tractor ATV type access only. And not because it's not accessible, it's kind of muddy. I don't want the heavier vehicles rutting out everything. And of course, with the mud, there's a chance you could slide into a tree or one of my fence posts, blah, blah, blah. So the plan is we need to get the piglets from there that are going, not all of them, of course. We need to get the 6 piglets from there down to here so we can get the 3 different trucks that are loaded. So as I briefly mentioned in a previous video, we've got 1 pig, 1 boar that's intact. We remained intact. He is going all the way to New York, almost the Rochester area. He's going to Thomas Schmitt Homestead, which I'll provide a link down in the video description if you want to follow what's going on with Thomas and be able to see our pig hit the ground there. So 3 are going about an hour away to my friend Matt. He and his wife Heather, this is their first time trying piglets. This is new for them. They've been farming for a long time, but just haven't done piglets before. So he's going to come get 3, and he's going to raise out, I think his plan is to raise out 2 for butchering, and then 1 for possible breed stock. So I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to give him the blonde gilt, so he could possibly breed her. I don't want to breed her here, simply because I don't know who her daddy is out of the 3 boars that I have. But I hate to see that line go away. So instead of just ending up in the freezer, I think he may try to breed it. So we'll see how that works out. So I'll be working with him in the future, and we'll probably feature that in the videos as well coming up. Another 2 are simply just going over the mountain, and they're going to my buddy Chuck's house. You see, I use his livestock trailer, so that's part of the exchange there. He gets some piglets from me. I get to use the trailer. It's a good agreement we have, and we do other things, of course. But we're going to get 2 just to go over the mountain, so that one will be the easiest one to deliver. So in our last 6 years of raising pigs, we've usually weaned them down here in the main barn, which now I'm using for equipment storage. Still have the corral for loading. But it was never really an issue because you could get a vehicle right here, hop over in the small paddock, the small corral, scoop up your piglets, and go if somebody was taking them. Or, most of the time, of course, we didn't sell our weaners. We wouldn't let them leave farm. We would finish them out. So it was just kind of open it up and let them on the pasture. So I've got a plan, and I know some of you guys like to give me a hard time about my clutter. Yes, this is cluttered. This is a mess. I recognize that, and we're working to clean it up and get it organized. Kelly's going to help me because I'm terrible at organization, but that's why she has the nice front yard and everything up at the house, and this is Troy's crazy mess. But there's a reason for my madness. There's actually there's logic in my pack-ratedness, and I'll show you because this is what I'm going to use to move these pigs, and I need to move the tractor out, so let me get that out of the way first. So nestled behind this repurposed 6-foot by 3-foot stainless steel deep bowl sink with countertop that I got for $100 on Facebook, ching! That'll come in super handy for chicken processing and pig processing. That's why it's still in the barn. But behind that, I have this large, or somewhat large, shipping crate. Ow, bored in the kidney. That I got from my uncle's business. We would ship equipment, small engines, those type of things. That thing is stout. So that's got like a 4x4 skid on the bottom, 3/4 inch plywood all around with a 3/4 inch floor. So what I quickly made off camera, not to bore you guys with that detail because it wasn't much, just using some scrap material. We've got a lid, 4 screws in the side. So we put our pigs in the box, put the lid on, screw it in if we need to, and we'll bring them down. Now, as far as airflow, the airflow is not going to be an issue since we're only going to have them in this with a lid on for just minutes maybe. So it's not going to be an issue. Now, I'm obviously not going to put 6 pigs in all this at once. I don't expect all the people that are coming to get pigs today to show up all at once. So we'll go up in stages and get the 1, get the 3, and get the 2. So I think this will work well. This will sit nicely in the back of the side-by-side. I should be able to back the side-by-side right up to the farrowing barn, and we should be able to select our pigs, lift them over, and stick them in. We'll see. Best laid plans, right? Like a glove. So I feel fairly confident that this plan is going to work. All set up and ready to go. Now we just need to wait for our friends to show up and we can start boxing up some pigs. One side note I think is worth mentioning when it comes to transporting piglets, and that is a solid box without any visibility I think is far superior than using a cage. In the past, in fact, I have some dog cages, kennel cages over there that I could use. But in my experience in the past, in fact, when we first got piglets, three piglets years and years ago, we transported them in the back of Kelly's Xterra in a dog cage. And it was about an 1.5-hour drive to come back. And those pigs, since they can see out and they see all the things going on, they're really stressed out, it freaks them out. They constantly kept trying the edges of that cage, trying to find a way to get out of it. And man, by the time we got them back, their poor snouts were just bruised and even bloodied to some point. So I really felt badly about that. It's like, wow, that's not good for the animal. It really stressed them out. But putting a piglet in a dark, concealed area where they can't see out, they remain a lot calmer. The squealing subsides pretty much 100%. That's why we use totes when we transport them for castration, because we can put them in, put the lid on, keep it dark so they have no visibility to see what's going on around them, and it makes for a much calmer pig. So I strongly recommend, if you're going to transport piglets, to use a solid box versus a cage.
No, I don't want to.
Are you afraid I'm going to sneeze on you during this?
No, but it's so dusty in the barn. It keeps my nose warm too.
We will be practicing safety, social distance protocols while loading pigs today. Get back! Get back! Get back! Slide. Big mama. Come on, Meredith. Come on, Pete. Crazy Pete. Pooping in the barn. Kelly. There you go. Oh, just dislocate a leg or something.
need one more thing.
What do you think, Mama? You don't care, you just want to eat. What's that hanging on? Was it hitting one of those screws?
I'll catch you, kid. I'll catch you. Seriously?
All right. Officer, here we go. All right, yeah. That's right. Yeah, exactly. We hire teenagers to be actors. We've got some pigs headed out. So over here in this Toyota are 3 pigs, and they're going an hour away to my buddy Matt's place. So we may update because this is Matt's first time with pigs. You looking forward to pigs, Matt?
My wife's not so much, but I am.
Your wife doesn't look forward to it? Yeah, very great. All right.
Look forward to pork chops.
Yeah.
Think they're easier to take care of than chickens.
Right, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Troy didn't show that, but
Yeah, exactly. Well, anybody can take care of chickens, right? No. All right, so right here in this Ford is one boar going to New York, going all the way up, all the way to Rochester, and we're going to get a peek here. So look at his accommodations there. Very nice.
Really?
Got some hay to hang out in.
Gonna be that way? Okay.
Going to become a northern pig. So I've mentioned this before. This is my friend Tom. Met him last year at Homesteaders of America conference. Really nice fella. Appreciate him coming all the way down. Get a better angle on this. Coming all the way down and taking one of the boars. Anxious to hear how he produces up there. Now Tom has a channel as well. Thomas Schmitt Homestead.
Projects.
Yep, Thomas Schmitt Homestead Projects. So I'll put a link to it below. You guys check that out, and that way you can watch vicariously, see how this boar does. So we'll be following up and see.
It'll be next fall because he's got to grow up a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, he's got to grow up a bit before he starts pitching. So it'll be a while. So okay, that is 6 of our 14 piglets now on the road elsewhere, going to other farms to hopefully grow up and be healthy and happy and produce well for those farms. So as we find out information, obviously we'll give updates and see how people are doing with those pigs. Since some of them are local, I'm sure Tom will let us know how the boar's doing. So that leaves 8 behind. We're going to raise out and process those in the spring. We won't be breeding any of those this year. So we'll start with our new litter. Hopefully if we have a new litter in the spring, then we'll look at possibly keeping some breeding stock back from that. But we'll keep everyone posted. All right, take care, everybody.